We've made a big change with the ST5 and the X range. I think the MyCoolman probably offers the best value for money for the features that you get. The MyCoolman quickly became the biggest take-up on our options list. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Loading Up. I'm in the Patriot showroom, obviously, as usual these days. We're not doing much in the shed anymore because it's kind of a little bit more exciting over here. One of the new ST5s, I think we're up to about number 15 out on the road now. And we've made a big change with the ST5 and the X range. For the past couple of years, we've been getting a lot of feedback from customers about this particular brand, MyCoolman, MyCoolman, MyCoolman. And I think it kind of starts at the price point, to be honest with you. Value for money, I think the MyCoolman probably offers the best value for money for the features that you get. The support in Australia, we're actually using this brand through their distributor for a lot of products that we put into the X range and the ST5, so it made sense. About 12 months ago, well, maybe a bit more, 18 months ago, we added the MyCoolman range onto the price list, and very, very quickly, as an option compared to some of the other options that we offer here at Patriot Campers, the MyCoolman quickly became the biggest take-up on our options list. The styling of it really suits the ruggedness of the Patriot range, the X range and the ST5. I think it's just a really cool looking fridge. It's almost kind of a little bit military. The colours work really well with the Patriot range. And once again, from the price point with the features that you get more features than you do on some of the higher priced products that are out there in the market. Now this variant that we put in the ST5 is 85 litre dual zone. Now, as with all dual zones, I think everybody's pretty familiar. You'll have a bigger compartment on one side than you will on the other side, and that's because generally the compressor needs to be mounted somewhere. They're both independently controlled, so you can go to like minus 22 degrees to plus 10 degrees on either side. So you can set it up as two fridges, fridge, freezer, or fridge, freezer, yeah? Or freezer, freezer. So you can set it up however you like. The bigger side, which is about 47 litres, will normally operate as the fridge, and then the smaller side will operate as the freezer. When we're out travelling and we're camping, Sarah does a lot of frozen meals now these days, so she'll do a lot of pre-cooking before we go out on the trip. She'll bang everything into the freezer in Chinese containers or Tupperware or plastic bags or whatever, and then normally in the morning we wake up when we're cooking breakfast, we'll pull something out of the freezer, drop it into the fridge, and then by the end of the night, it's good to go. So I've spoken about the styling. I won't get into the materials and the makeup and all the rest of it, but I've personally been running one of these in my trailers now for about 18 months. I've beat the hell out of them like I normally do with all of my gear, and they're really standing up and holding the test of time. When it comes to the display is super easy to use on this thing. A big advantage of the MyCoolman is you've got a turbo mode on it. So let's say that you're operating as a fridge, for example, and you go and catch a heap of fish and you want to drop them in there and freeze them down, click that thing into turbo mode and it'll pull the temperature down much, much quicker and kind of, I'm not going to say it's going to snap freeze, but it's going to freeze much quicker, and I do use that feature much quicker than anything else. You've got your temperature controls. I'll run you through the menus. If you have a look, you've got your temperature controls here. You can go up and down on either side if you just toggle those across. You can set it up in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Currently, we only offer these in Australia. I'm hoping there's plans to get these into the United States on the Patriot price list, and then you can use the Fahrenheit feature, but for now we don't really care about that. We only use Celsius over here. Power modes. So you've got power cutout modes. You can set a high, medium or low voltage. So what you can do there is you can pre-program, you probably have to look at the manual, but you can pre-program different cutout settings. So if your battery voltage in your trailer or your car goes to a certain point, the fridge will automatically cut itself out, and that stops you from flattening the battery. So if you're running it connected to your car, that is a really, really handy feature. And one of the other things that you've got in here, Bluetooth on. Comes with an app. Apps on fridges, when they were first kind of started coming around, I thought that was just ridiculous. What do you need an app for a fridge? But I can tell you, traveling down corrugations, it does happen that the fridge plug disconnects. In all of the Patriot campers, we only offer fridges on Anderson plugs, so there's less chance of that happening, which comes as an option with a MyCoolman fridge. But that's a really good feature, so that when you're running along, if it jumps into your mind, oh, I hope the fridge is still on, you open the app, have a look at it, check the fridge is still on. You can adjust the temperature if you like. So if you had something in there that you wanted for dinner, that you can obviously do that. Now, as far as menu goes, I'm pretty confident that's it. So that's it running through the menus. Very, very simple. Another really cool feature I just noticed here, you got a bottle opener, very Australian, every Aussie needs it. And the grab handles, if you ever want to pull it out, they're also your tie down points. So let's have a quick look inside. All the standard things that you'd probably expect. Really nice feature of the MyCoolman is it's very easy to flip the lid. So if you want to open hinge from this side or that side, you can. They obviously come with baskets, 240 volt charger. So say for example, if you want to plug it in to shore power or plug it, use it at home, they come with a 240 volt charger. You can see on this side here, this is the smaller side. So the compressor sits underneath here. So this is the one that we'll generally use as freezer. And then on this side, you got the big massive, which is really handy, how we load up or unload at home. That before we go out on the trip, those two will just go down into the kitchen. Sarah will load everything up. She'll generally leave them in the kitchen while I'm doing my packing routine. I'll just come and grab that out and drop that straight in. Interior lighting is a big thing if you're considering buying a fridge. Trust me, don't buy one that doesn't have an interior light. It's got interior lights on both sides. They're just a really cool product. They're perfectly suited for the Patriot. We've gone and adapted all the sheet metal to really capitalise on the look of the MyCoolman. I think the engineering team's done an amazing job there. This is now a fridge of choice. This is what I've been running, and MyCoolman also offer a lot of other products that you're going to see coming up through the WA series, which are really cool. And probably the last thing I want to say, really noticeable through the WA series has been the current draw on this. I can't give you the exact numbers, but running me as X2 with only one battery, I really noticed the fridge is the one thing that's pulling power all day, every day. I definitely noticed that we had a lot more capacity when it came to the battery. So whether it comes down to the insulation or the efficiency of the compressor, I personally noticed the current draw on this thing, which is a huge advantage. Check them out, really, really cool product, very well supported. The team at MyCoolman have been amazing so far when it comes to warranty, servicing, spare parts, and all the rest of it. That's about it. Friday afternoon, I'm going to finish loading up and I'm out of here.